Mints are becoming increasingly more and more risky, and while at one point it was the alpha move to mint and sell pre-reveal, it seems that those days are coming to an end somewhat soon. The NFT space is evolving, and in my last video I talked about the proper mindset that is going to be required, the right strategy to win in NFTs, and so I'll leave that video in the description. We're seeing more and more projects dump though, at the mint, like before the reveal, and then it dumps even harder after the reveal. So like, what gives? How can you avoid losing all your hard-earned money with mints that just keep going down and just getting worse? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. So if you're excited, you know what to do. Smash that thumbs up button to let me know. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Bell notifications on, and let's get into it. I know some of you guys have been asking where the masks have all gone. I honestly just ran out. So I'm going to go to the Goodwill tomorrow, I think. I'm going to buy some more. We're going to finish out Halloween Week strong. But the sunglasses are going to stay. You guys like them, so we're just going to keep them on. Anyways, so the old strategy of minting through rarity tools, finding new mints on rarity tools, scrolling rarity tools, remember we used to do that back in the good old days. You could find pretty much everything through here. It didn't require that much work. You go here, you click the Twitter, you click the Discord, you mint, you make a lot of money, everybody's happy. That was a couple months ago. That's just simply not the reality. I mean, just take a look at these projects, fam. I mean, these blow. Let's be honest, these fucking suck. What the fuck is this? I mean, come on. So it's getting a little bit frustrating, and I think everyone's kind of tired of this shit. So the NFT space is evolving because the people are evolving. So you had no choice but to evolve with it, or we're all going to get left behind, and I don't want that to happen. I'm not going to let that happen. People are finding new ways to get into NFT projects. So they're scouring the web. They're finding projects without a lot of followers. They're just doing their own due diligence, going in various Discords, talking to people and networking. That's how it happens now. And that's how you find these little projects with like 400 or 500 followers that nobody's heard about yet. That's how it happens. And then randomly, some just like happen to pick up hype. So yeah, it really, really takes that extra step effort. I know that's not what you want to hear. And so this YouTube channel is at least a start for you, but you do need to do your own research. I mean, it doesn't take that much time. Just go on your phone. You can do it in bed, pull up Twitter, and just start clicking on stuff. Like, it literally is that. That's how it starts. I know it feels like a big thing to do, but it's just not. You just start. People are rewarded for being first and for putting in that extra step of effort and developing a plan and sticking with it. Those are the people that win long term. Those are the skills I'm trying to instill in you and in me every day. Now, the problem with these like random little small projects you find on Twitter and then they just randomly get a bunch of hype, it's just that. It's just hype. It's just speculation. Half the time there's not a website. What are you supposed to base any of this on other than speculation? That's the problem with this. Just look at Mechaverse. I mean, you remember this project? Everyone was talking about this. And then it went to a 10th floor at one point, average of 7. And since then, it has just taken a massive shit all over everyone's faces. I mean, look at this poor, sad floor prices. I've seen the funniest fucking memes on Twitter, dude. Like, I'll pop one up right now. Just like people are buying Mechaverse for so much and then just reselling it for a loss of like a 10x. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you thinking? One project I know everyone's talking about, everyone's been asking me to talk about it, is the BearX project. Look, there's just not much to say. There's just not much here at all. Like, the developers, not much there to help me decide if this is a good project or not. There's no website. It's purely speculation, purely just whitelist invitations, shills on Twitter. Not great signs. And look, the BearX Discord has been hacked by like literally everybody. The Discord's been hacked more times than I've been laid this year. That's not a good sign. That's not signs of a project that I'm willing to invest in, especially at the bottom when there's no reason to invest. Especially with such an abundance of great projects out there that are already started, that have already started fulfilling some of those promises made, like Doge Pound, Be Friends. Those are some projects that people are looking to get in long term because of the value they've brought, and they've consistently exceeded expectations. I mean, Doge Pound partnering up with D-Race, that's going to be fucking huge. V-Friends, we already know Gary Vee's dedicated his entire life to V-Friends. He's one of the most successful entrepreneurs and influencers in the world. You hold a V-Friend, you're going to be alright. So for this reason, I've begun to stay away from mints almost exclusively. I very, very rarely mint now. I don't even call out mints that often anymore unless they're really, really intriguing. I've actually found that finding and researching projects that have actually been doing work behind the scenes, especially projects that launched back in like May. Like, there's some games that I've talked about on this channel, like Evaverse, that have been working hard behind the scenes that have not seen the light of day yet, and they will. And if the people who are remaining strong in their convictions, they have a thesis, they stick with it, long term in NFTs is a few months, and at most a year. That's not like a thing in any other industry. It's hard to think that way though in NFTs because everything moves so rapidly. Like something that happened last week, it feels like it happened a lifetime ago. And the biggest problem right now is just the sheer amount of people minting projects and also the sheer amount of projects minting. There's so much supply and there's so much demand that it's like a gangbang or a sausage fest. Everybody's there, but nobody's having a good time. So I found that it's actually smarter to allocate more like 10, 15, 20% of your portfolio in NFTs to mints and then leave the rest for actual projects that have actually, shown something for what they're worth and actually prove they have a little bit of value. Granted, almost all the NFTs are overvalued right now, but in the grand scheme of things, the next 20 years, some of these projects are just going to be worth so much money. They're going to be worth so much money. So which projects are they? Which ones are the ones that are going to make it? Well, you can go through my archive YouTube videos. I made a good bit. And you can also join my Discord for specific calls. I do make those from time to time, but mainly Twitter and Discord there. I'm not as big on making calls in specific projects. I'm more just really, really passionate about instilling the right mindsets, the right information, the right tactics, strategies for how to do this, rather than giving you guys just random projects that may or may not do well, because there's a lot of factors out of my control and out of anyone's control. So it's not really smart to just listen to an influencer and just invest because they said. You have no idea how much research they did. You really don't know. And you don't know if they have insider information. You don't know if they're being paid to shill. You don't know anything. You can't trust anybody. You can't even trust me. Look, I got sunglasses on with a taco on it. But yeah, this is the time when NFT Mania is not around and it's just kind of chill. This is when you do the research. What makes Dogepound work? What makes Spacepunk not work so well? What makes Cool Cats work, but Mutant Cats only got to a certain point? What are the characteristics of a really, really solid, cemented blue chip versus a project that's sort of teetering on the side of maybe I'll dabble in blue chip category? This is the type of reverse engineering required if you're going to make it in this NFT space in the long run. You got to learn NFT trends. You got to learn hype, market cycles, emotions, FOMO. You got to learn all this, soak it in. You got to pay to play and you got to learn. At any rate, whatever you decide to do, whether you not decide to research or not, I will be uploading at least once a day on this YouTube channel, and I'm very, very active on Twitter with time-sensitive NFT information. So you're going to want to make sure all my socials have the post notifications on, because some of those might cost you tens of thousands of dollars. So if you want to move out of your parents' house finally, you're going to want to invest in this channel. So hit the subscribe button. And that's all I have today, guys. I appreciate your time. I hope you enjoyed yourself. If you did, I appreciate you liking this video. It helps get this video to more people. And the code word for this video is intelligent, because that's who you are. By watching videos like this, by doing your own due diligence, by researching, by taking that extra step, and taking your own fucking destiny in your own hands, man. It's intelligent as fuck. I hope you all have a great day. If you want to see more, click on one of these boxes on the other side of me. And until then, continue on your Joyage. Bye.